Okay, good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man all the way, George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. And today I am going to have an interview with a legend. This lady has been in the fight game for quite some time. She has been fighting for at least most of her life. Her story about how she got into the fighting game is so interesting. How as a little girl she was being picked on, and she was taught martial arts by her uncle, and then she parlayed it into a career into combat sports. And she in '94 she beat French Muay Thai champion as a kickboxer, Muay Thai. That was one of them. Valerie Henning with a knockout. Then after that, she decided to do professional boxing for a while. She retired in about the late '90s, and then she decided to start her movie career. She did a couple of episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She did a movie called Knockout, which starred the wife of Derek Luke. I forgot her name, but actors like Paul Mooney was in it. Paul Whitfield, um, and also like Tony Plana, and there's some other guys in it. I don't I forget some names. I remember one guy, Tony Baker, who you remember from the Rocky movies. He was Apollo Creed's corner man. The guy that said, "Throw it down, throw it damn down." And I sent her a link. I'm hoping she gets it. You know, I'm hoping anybody, I set the reminder. You know, this is just waiting here because this is something great because I reached out. I reached out to her a while back, and she responded. And it's great to find like somebody like this, a legend in combat sports, to respond to somebody like me. I'm just a small YouTuber. Um, you know, uh, my channel is just growing. I got two people in. Thank you for working for coming in. You know, um, go check see if you know. All right. She's a busy lady. She got a lot to do. So I hope y'all have a good day. Like now, I have a couple of interviews coming up. Tomorrow, I have an interview with Jada Beverly. She is a physique competitor. She's a pro physique competitor. She's from Ohio, and we'll top it up a little bit. And also Friday, I'm going to talking with also Nicole Natalia. And Nicole, she's a professional. Me and her have been talking back and forth via social media. And here we go. Here we go. There you go. Afternoon, Miss Gibbs.
Can't hear you.
You hear me? You hear me?
So,
Should be.
trying to find the volume.
Wait a minute. Let me
No.
see.
Anyway, um, yeah, volume's on my
Y'all
side.
mute. You got to take yourself off mute.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Yeah,
It's probably on my side.
got
I
it.
can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, I can
perfect.
hear you
Hi,
now.
how are you?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you. How you doing? I really, it was really, it was really, it was surprised when you responded to my email. I mean, I've been sending us email because right now my channel is a small channel and I'm growing it, and I'm trying to really get attention to a lot of y'all ladies in combat sports. If you look at my channel, I'm also a fan of female bodybuilding. I've done some interviews with some bodybuilders. I've done some interview with some women in combat sports, and I'm trying to get y'all some attention because y'all really need attention. And you are a legend. I mean, you were, as you said in the
Thank you.
interview, you were the first woman before, like Layla Ali, Chris Cyborg, Ann Wolf. I mean, Clarissa Shields to do a pay per view, and that was back in '94.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and you've been in the game,
Thank you.
for a long time.
Yep.
And what was it like for being a woman, especially a black woman, to be in such a sport like kickboxing?
You know, it was fun. You have to consider that I started off at a very young age. So it was something that became a part of my lifestyle, my life, that my religion. Does that make sense to you? Can you hear me?
I can understand that.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
I can
me?
hear you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it just became a lifestyle. And it
Yeah, I
all
can hear you.
started
I
from
can hear
being
you.
and it, okay, cool. And it all just started from being bullied. That's all. Um, but
Hmm.
the transition from karate to kickboxing, it's a it's like apples and oranges. I'll never forget. I was at the top of my
Hmm.
game in karate. The top of my game in karate. I went and made the transition to kickboxing, and they destroyed me. All the males, they destroyed me. I came home every day with black and blue marks. You dig? So it's a completely different style, all of them, and there's always
Yeah,
something to learn.
yeah, because I think because with a lot of that was there was so many women when you started, so you had to spar with guys. Being with guys, some of these guys are a little bigger. They might not be as they might try to hold back on you a little bit, but still, these are still men you fight.
Well, I know this much. I know my sparring partners during that time. I was actually sparring with Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather sparring partners, like Kasim. Kasim the Dream. I was sparring. He was sparring with me, getting me ready
Mm.
for championship fights and things like that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. During my time, I was sparring with the guys, and pound for pound, I was sparring with the best. So
Mm.
yeah, that was definitely an honor and a privilege.
Yeah. Yeah. Now in '94, now I was looking researching you, and I noticed that you had opponents that I see that I recognize. Like one is Yvonne Trevino, and a lot of
Right,
people who might not remember Yvonne is she's the only woman to hand Regina Hemrick her defeat. 'Cause I remember Regina came here to the United States and she fought Yvonne, I think it was on ESPN. She beat the
right.
crap out of Regina, and Regina never came back to America ever again.
I know,
And
huh?
she
She
just
tore
sitting
that
fought,
ass
fought
up.
in Germany. Yeah,
I remember that. I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you
I
something.
mean, yeah,
Yeah, Yvonne
yeah.
Trevino is a great fighter. She was a great fighter, a great boxer, but more so a great kickboxer. And I can say for
Mm-hmm.
myself from firsthand experience because I actually competed. She and I compete against each other twice. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I know because that's what I saw, and it was like I think it was like I think it was ISKA, and I think it was SKA. You know,
Something like that. But
and also
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and also I noticed when I was I saw viewers watching that you also trained along with Cal too.
With who?
Kathy Long didn't
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
you
When I
train
first
Kathy Long
started out,
also?
yeah. When I first started out, yes, Kathy Long, Kelly. I was just a freshman coming along, but I was a hungry freshman. You follow what I'm saying? Because Kathy was just at the top of her game, and I was this hungry freshman coming in. And I wanted everybody. I just wanted to step in the ring with everybody. I didn't care. Let's do it. You the best. Let's do it. If you the best, okay. I want to
Mm.
spar with you. I want to fight you. You know what I mean?
You kind of like
Mindset.
Apollo Creed. I want you. I want you.
Yeah, man.
Because I was thinking about when you fought. um, yeah, we fought Valerie Henning. You were kind of like you were the Rocky story. You come in. You like you say in your interview, were like you were having that time. It was tough. You say your legs were swole, your eyes were cut, but then you get that knockout. And how did that feel? I mean, just to get that knockout, just bam, come out of nowhere.
Everybody keeps saying it came out of nowhere, champ. That's why I'm glad I told my own story. You follow what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because it
Hmm.
did come out of nowhere. It came from right above there. You feel what I'm saying? That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
I had to reach
Yeah.
deep within myself. You feel me? And I knew my
Hmm.
legs were getting tired. So I had to reach,
Yeah.
I had to call out for God's help, and he helped me.
Yeah, you had to God. God just like one of my favorite movies is Tombstone, and that part where the Wyatt Earp takes the guy telling you call the thunder where here I am. That's where the thunder came down.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, you start also after a while you transitioned to boxing for a time, and you did pretty good. You had like I think your record was two was I think was 9-2-1. With 9 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. And
Right.
your last 2 fights was against Samaya Nani. So
Yep.
that was a pretty much tough because I remember Samaya Nani was the one who beat Christy Martin, who was back in that time was really much a big champion. And then I think one fighter I think some people say was when at the time Christy was supposed to fight Lucina Riker. And
Right.
then was your approach about her or either Samaya ever approach about fighting Lucina Riker?
Let me share this with you. I don't want to waste my time or energy talking about Lucille Riker because it's just all fake. Okay? And I'm going to start off by this here. Valerie Henning was supposed to be the most dangerous woman in the world. Her record was 29-2. Her only 2 losses were to Lucille Riker. When the agreement was, I fight Valerie Henning. If I beat Valerie Henning, I fight Riker. Do you understand me? Okay, that was the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
fought
ma'am.
Valerie Henning.
Yes, ma'am.
I knocked Valerie Henning out. Lucille Riker came up to me. We met, and the only thing she said was, "Whoa, your energy is so strong." She said, "There's the only way I step in the ring with you is if they pay me a lot of money." She's doing the kickbox. This is all before
Oh.
boxing. This is all before boxing. So I don't want to hear this fake news, this fake talk. Okay. This is all before boxing. All throughout kickboxing in the 90s, before boxing, she had the opportunity to step in the ring with me. Instead of her stepping in the ring with me, if she's supposed to be the baddest, supposed to be number one, she ain't number one. I'm number one. She's supposed to be the baddest. Come on. She never came in kickboxing. Am I making sense to you? You dig? And I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
number one.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
was number one. She never came. She sat and watched me fight at events. You dig? Now we make the transition to boxing. The
Mm.
same thing. Am I making sense to you? So I don't want to hear or
Mm-hmm.
waste my time or energy talking about some Lucille Riker being the whatever, because it's fake. Starting back with kickboxing. You dig? We had the opportunity. It
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
happen. It should have happened. It would have been a great opportunity for us to talk about it today. Like
Mm-hmm.
Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and all those guys get together and talk about it and make money. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. So I don't want to waste my talk conversation on that moving forward. Next.
Yeah. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And okay, now after that fight with the last fight with Samaya, you started your acting career, and I think you should have really. This should. I'm not surprised you really had some charisma because there's a movie I saw. Your movie Knockout. I saw that movie several times because it used to back in the day. Used to come on Showtime every so often. On my old job, I worked 4 days, 10 hours a week, and sometimes I was off on Friday. Nothing else to do, and flip out and I watched it. It was a pretty good movie. So you
Thank
switched
you.
from Rocky. You switched
Yeah.
plop. That was a jump. And what was that experience? You worked like with guys like Paul Winfield. There was Tony Baker in the Rocky movies. Tony Plana. I mean, there
Yeah.
was a great set of actors. I mean,
Yeah.
and I would think that you would some more roles. But know how Hollywood is. I understand that part. But
Yes.
you would have, yeah. I mean, that would have been like a great movie series, if anything.
Yeah, sure would. In the '90s, Hollywood wasn't ready for something chocolate and a chocolate force like me. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not used to
Yes,
seeing
ma'am.
chocolate forces like us, like me
Hmm.
in front of them. They're used to seeing them light skinned ones, but they're just gonna have to get used to seeing this chocolate force. You
Yeah.
dig?
Yeah.
Because my mom
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
always say
Yeah.
the darker the juice, the sweeter the berry, baby. That's what you gotta understand.
Yes,
You dig?
man.
But
Yeah. Yeah. That's
yeah.
what you
Yep.
about to
So
say.
yeah. So what was your question, champ?
Well, like I said, after that, when you was there any more film offers, more TV offers? I
Oh,
mean,
got you.
there's been quite yeah, because you think like I know this lady who have transitioned. Like I know Leigh Ali, she did some little movie and some TV shows, and
Mhm.
I know Ann Wolf a few years ago. There was Wonder Woman came out, and she played the character
Right.
Artemis. And I collect comic books, and the character Artemis was the character that replaced Wonder Woman when she lost her powers.
Right.
And I was thinking you would probably get more deals. I know Kathy Long was doing movies and stuff. You had Cynthia Rockroff. You had like a lot of ladies who were the martial artists, like Michelle Yao, and
Right.
it's just you would think that something like you would get more, chances to be in Hollywood. But we
You
all
know,
know,
I
as you said again,
Yeah, yeah. Like I already told you, the real deal. We already understand that Viola Davis, she was a prime example.
he,
She had to elaborate on it. Her compared to Meryl. They say she's compared to Meryl Streep, but yet Meryl Streep is here. On Fine Nuts 11, she's here. When actually Viola Davis is actually here, and Meryl Streep is here. But because Viola Davis is dark skinned, chocolate, it's a whole different ball game. But the bottom
hmm
line is.
hmm
It's always about
yeah,
that there.
yeah,
But to answer your question, I did have the opportunity to work on Knockout. That was really, really fun, and it was hard work. I had the opportunity to work with Paul Winfield and various other actors, and it was a great experience. Working like 4 days for 15 hours. That was something I never did in my life. You dig?
mm,
I mean, as far as
yeah,
working,
yes,
me as an
mm,
athlete, I train, maybe twice during the daytime, 2 hours, and twice during the evening, 2 hours. That's it. Doing something like 15 hours straight nonstop, that's something I just never experienced before. How about
mm,
you?
mm.
You dig?
Well, I used to have a job where I used to work late at nights. I worked in a strip club, and just
Oh,
and that's sometimes. No, those what it is. I have my friends who tell me, "Man, you work around those girls like that." No, dude. Sometimes when these girls don't make no money, they can be a pain in the ass just like anybody. Oh,
right.
anyway, I have a friend here, my friend Marcus. He stopped by, drop a like, and he wants to say hey to you, Miss Gibbs.
Yes,
Say
sir.
so. Hey,
Marcus.
yeah, yeah,
Hi, Marcus. What's
yeah.
happening, champ?
Yeah, he appreciate that. Now, I was researching you, and there was that event you talked about in your last video where back in '93 you were almost assaulted, and
Yeah, man. That's a very
that
sensitive area in my
yeah,
life. It's very sensitive. So
yeah,
I get emotional every time I
yeah,
talk about it. So I just want to know if you
yeah.
see a tear, bear with me, okay? That's very sensitive.
All righty.
Right. Go
And
ahead.
it's crazy how this guy, what he did and stuff, and it's just, I mean, it's just no, I mean, and you were a survivor. And that thing is, I know it hurts you to the core about it, but you are a survivor, and that's the thing about it. You survived.
Yeah, yeah, man. Let me share this with you. I have PTS, a severe case of PTSD as a result of that. Now, dig the move. When I'm out in the world, every time I see a van, I experience something. I relive that experience, or I think that there's a girl in there fighting for her life like me. Am I making sense to you? It's just
Yes, ma'am.
crazy. It's just crazy what I think. And all because of that experience. And it's been with me all of my life. You understand?
Mm,
I've dealt with this
yeah.
PTSD privately all of my life as a result of that experience. So, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. That was just terrible, just terrible.
Yeah, I
It was
just
terrible, but
like I
I
said,
just it was terrible, terrible.
'cause like I said, I'm
Yeah,
like this. Like I said, I worked many jobs. I used to work with women because I used to work in textiles and work with women. And I was raised by my mother. You know, she passed
right.
away just a few months ago, and she raised me.
Sorry to hear
She
that.
raised
Sorry to hear
me.
that.
My yeah, I know your sister passed away. I'm sorry to hear that too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Thank
and
you,
that's
thank you. Yeah, COVID.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And yeah, oh, same with mine. My mother, she caught it in the
Really?
hospital.
Wow, man, that's
Yes,
deep.
she
Sorry to
because
hear
she
that.
was. I was taking care of her for at least about 5 years because she had serious seizures and stuff like that, and I was taking care of her.
Uh-huh.
And she
Uh-huh.
had some. She got sick at home, and then she went to the hospital, and then
Right.
and this is just the whole COVID thing has just made this world crazy. It just it's just
It's
not the
different.
same anymore. It seems like.
We're certainly living in different times, and the good thing is, and the most important thing is that we need to learn how to adapt, and adapt quickly because times are changing. From
Hmm.
this COVID thing to wearing masks to always wearing masks to the 6 foot, situation. You follow what I'm saying? The internet, everything is changing. You
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
even have to go to stores anymore to order your food grocery shopping. They'll bring it to you. You go online or they'll bring it to you. You dig? So we're about to hit the
Or
Jetson stage.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I
Meet
mean?
George Jess.
We get ready. We're about to
You
hit
talk
the
about Jess.
Jetson stage, Cam.
You talk about Jess. Talk about Jess. I know a while back when they had the inauguration for Biden, and Mike Pence was there, and I put a meme
Yeah.
on Facebook saying Mike Pence can go back to his new old job protecting Haji, Johnny, and Dr. Crest.
Okay, okay. I missed that, champ.
I was
Yeah,
saying
say that again.
Mike Pence go back his old job. I was saying Mike Pence can go back his old job protecting Haji, Johnny, and Dr. Quest.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
You
exactly. Yeah,
like
yeah,
race,
got you. Yeah, because he
like
had
race
blonde
fan.
hair. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I got you.
Yeah,
So
that white hair, like you heathenish monkeys.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly. That's a good one. See, we grew up in the same
yeah,
era. Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
yes, ma'am. I used to love watching those classic cartoons. I think they're trying to bring them back. You know, cartoons they
Right.
got now is too kiddie. They're too kiddie.
Yeah.
They're too kiddie. They're
They're
too for little
very. Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyway, if you could run it back and an opponent you wanted to get a second shot at, who would it be?
Leah Mellinger. Let me share this with you, okay? And this was another reason why I got away from boxing. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to fight the baddest woman in my division. That's why I agreed to fight Samaya Nani. That's the way I wanted to end my chapter, fighting Samaya Nani, the baddest woman in my division. Now, the agreement
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I fight hand in boxing. The agreement was this is politics. This is how politics is. I had politics in kickboxing, politics in boxing. The agreement was I fight
Mm-hmm.
Hannah Fox. I fight Hannah Fox, Vegas #1 fighter. Now, she was undefeated. I fight her. If I beat her, I get a chance to redeem myself against Leah Mellinger because during the time that I fought Leah Mellinger, I just came off a set from shooting my last scene on the movie Knockout, and I got on the airplane and went straight to Atlantic City to fight her. You follow what I'm saying? So I really didn't. I was
Yes,
exhausted.
ma'am.
Here I am, champ, in the middle of a fight, and my trainer there, and I'm like, "What's my line, man? What's my line?" And my trainer was like, "This is the real fight." So I was confused. You feel what I'm saying? You know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, what's my line, man? He's like, what you mean, what's your line? It's the real fight. I was like, oh, man, I need rest, man. I got to get some rest. So I was tired when I fought
Mm.
her. You did? So that's why I was
Mm-hmm.
so amped up fighting, taking that opportunity to fight Hannah Fox. And that's why I was so amped up to destroy her in Vegas, because I knew that once I destroyed her, I would have had an opportunity to get Leah Mellinger back and tear that ass up. You follow what I'm saying? But what happened was Rick Coons,
Mm-hmm.
instead of him
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
the right thing, and instead of him doing the right thing, after I won, I got my hands raised, giving me the opportunity of signing a contract with me and Leah Mellinger to fight for the world championship. You know what he did? You know what he did? He did a racist move.
What he
He
did?
gave
What he did?
Hannah Fox. He gave
Uh
Hannah
oh.
Fox the fight. How you gonna get somebody that I beat to fight Leah Mellinger for the world championship? I beat Hannah Fox. That was the agreement. You follow what I'm saying? He did a racist move.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
guess what? Guess what?
That,
And it's his loss, because had Rick Coolest given me that opportunity, we signed that contract with Leah Mellinger, I would be wearing that belt today when my 6-foot bronze statue is going to be unveiled and my daggone feature film and TV series going to be hitting the market. So it's his loss. His loss. You follow what I'm saying?
yeah. Because like I said, yes, ma'am. Yes. Because like that is because I'm a part of a channel on YouTube called CS Combat Sports, and our leader and our guy who created the channel is Coach Harrison, and we talk about that in what's going on in boxing. Like right now, as Dante Walter, he's supposed to be fighting a rematch with Tyson Fury, but Fury don't want to fight him. Yeah,
why? Because he ain't gonna be able to wear them big gloves. Why? Because ain't gonna be wearing.
Because we talk about that. Yeah, and like people, I don't know why people love this guy Fury. He's crazy. He's a cokehead. He's a freak.
He's a character.
And Wilder,
you gotta love him because he's a character.
Yeah. And Wilder, he's this guy. He's fighting for his family, for his daughter. He fights like this. I know people don't like the fact when he went over to Trump to have your namesake Jack Johnson his conviction appealed, but he was doing that because of Jack Johnson, and that's true, right? Because and that's your certainty. Other Miss Cheetah is Lady Jack Johnson. That's right. He did that because of that, and you got to look, But like I said, that is just like I said that that military fight would have probably been a good fight. Like there's been so I watch a lot of fight. I'm like been like a fan of boxing since I was a kid, like Tyson, Holyfield, Ali, and all that. And in those last few years, I was getting to women's boxing, like with Christy Martin and Mia St. John, Brown Sugar, Ann Wolf. I mean, and this is like also like this. And like I was like Ann Wolf. I did a video about Ann Wolf, how she said that she wanted to fight Leah Ali, but later said, "Oh, she wanted $3 or $4 million." And I said, well, you're not gonna get that much money because the fact is, because promoters don't take women's boxing seriously. But Ann Wolf says this quote. Ann Wolf said, she said that when women fight compared to men they fight, they act like they're making love and they keep on holding each other. But when you ladies fight, y'all fight with your hearts out. Y'all go blow for blow. And sometimes I've seen some women fights that look more hardcore compared to the men. And just that, and one thing I've said that you just need that extra minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, what made you get into women's boxing? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I got into it just like anything. Well, as a teenager, I got into it because I was a teenager and I found something about women fighting is, when we were young kids, we used to like watch the girls fight, and something about it was just what it is. But then I got older and I saw it I saw y'all more as real athletes, because one thing also, I'm a bigger fan. I'm a more fan of female bodybuilding, so that's something I got into when I was younger. And this is most of my channels about female bodybuilding. But also, I try to do some about women's combat sports because y'all need more attention. Because one thing is, y'all don't get like much attention compared to the men. Y'all don't make as much money. Promoters don't put as much faith into you.
Terrible.
And everybody
do the same thing.
Yeah.
We train just
and
as
everybody
hard.
think that. Everybody think 2 minutes is y'all can. When you think about it, women naturally have more stamina than men. In truth. And I think there'd be some fights, if there was an extra minute, can make a difference. Now, like I say, in your opinion, anybody who do you think is one of the best fighters right now, pound for pound?
Male and female?
Yes.
Well, female, clearly it's Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, she's queen. She owns this here. She owns this era. Unless, someone comes out of nowhere, and, shocks the world. But until
Mhm.
then, without a doubt, hands down and up, female. Now, male, that's this chocolate guy. He's a left-hander. He a bad boy. He undefeated too. I forget his name.
Um, Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford. Crawford. Terrence Crawford.
Okay. Oh, Bud Crawford. Okay, Bud
Crawford.
Crawford. Well, some people don't like Crawford too much because he kisses somebody like Bob Aaron. But
Uh,
but like I
Nobody
said,
really knows what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I mean? They may have a better,
yeah,
business relationship. No one knows, but um,
yeah,
he's definitely.
yeah.
You asked me, and I'm giving you him. He's definitely awesome. I'm looking at his boxing skills. I'm not worrying about his business because he ain't put no money in my pocket. You dig? And
I understand.
yeah, and Clarissa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who are your
Yeah.
best? Which
Like I
one
said,
are your favorite? Who you got?
well, if I go for women, I like Clarissa Shields, but I'm going to go with Chris Cyborg. I'm a big fan of Chris Cyborg. I know you
Right?
know her.
Right?
She's a pretty good fighter. I think
Oh,
she likes to do boxing
right.
someday. And as for men, I'm gonna say currently I'm gonna say Dante Walker. You know, he's pretty good. Even though he lost to
He don't know how to
Fury,
box.
he's pretty
He
good.
don't know how to box. He fight. He don't box. He fights.
Yeah,
If
that's
he
what
box,
he's a brawler. That's the thing.
yeah, he doesn't box. He fights, and he's going to come up against that. That's
Yeah,
what's going to happen. He's going to come against a boxer like Tyson Fury, somebody else, and they're going to box him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Just outsmart him.
yeah. Hey, so let me ask you
Yeah,
this question
but
real quick.
but you know Chris, yeah.
What we going to say?
Yeah, go ahead. Your question.
In the future, let's say for example, who you got as far as Clarissa Shields and Amanda Nunes? Who you got, and why? In 60
I'm
seconds.
gonna
60
say
seconds.
I don't like Amanda Nunes. She's Creole Tig, which is a fake what we call in Brazilian, and I'm gonna go with Shields. Shields is a better boxer. Now she can probably outmaneuver Nunes. Her stamina's a little better. Nunes has a weak gas tank. Now in boxing, I Shields. If I have to go with MMA, I have to go
Now,
with
where Shields
Nunes.
is stepping in the ring in the MMA cage. Ain't no boxers always want MMA mixed martial arts to step out of their cage and go and step in the boxing ring. Down, bring your ass and step into the cage and show us what you got.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields or Amanda Nunes? Who you got? You said
Said I'm
Clarissa
gonna go
Shields,
with
right? Okay.
yeah. I say Shields. Yeah,
Okay.
but like I said, remember that time when James Tony went and fought what was that guy's name? God, I
He got
know
his
who I'm.
ass whooped.
Oh, um,
He got his
yeah,
butt whooped.
it's just that's
Let me share
yeah,
something with you,
yeah.
man.
I
Let me
mean
share
that's
something with you. Let me
yeah.
share something with you.
Go ahead.
Stop. I
Yeah.
have nothing but Carissa Shield owns her. The boxing is her territory. You understand? And
Hmm.
she's just learning. So
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
just white belt. I'm just telling you from a practitioner, master. She's just learning.
Hmm.
Amanda's
Yeah.
been in there for some time. Amanda's a master. Clarissa Shields getting
Hmm.
there. Amanda's going to destroy her. She's going to destroy her legs because
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields' right leg. The way as martial artists think, we aim for weaknesses. You understand? And we aim for
Hmm.
full body weaknesses. And boxing is just waist up. But as a martial artist, it's always full body. That's the way it's up with us. I
Hmm.
got to get going. And the bottom line is, every fighter has a weakness. And if any of
Hmm.
Shields' legs are weak, it's over because Amanda Shields is going to destroy them. And once she destroys her legs,
Hmm.
you know, she can use her hands, but once she destroyed them legs, that's to any boxer, not even just Shields, any boxer. This is the way we go at them. That's why we beat them every time they step in the cage. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather will not step in that cage? You know why? Because he's a smart man. You
Yeah. He's not
understand?
gonna fight Conor McGregor like that. Yeah.
He's
Like
not
chopping
going
a
to
tree
step in
down
that
and
cage.
falling.
He's not going to step in that cage. He knows better.
Hmm.
He's too smart. You understand? You
Yeah.
understand? So with anyone,
Hmm.
anyone
Yes, ma'am.
who's
Yes,
boxing,
ma'am.
who's trying to make that transition to mixed martial arts, your best bet is to work on it for a couple years before you step in that cage. Don't even work on it for a couple years before you really step in that cage. That makes sense? Because when you step in, it ain't no turning back. You
Yes.
dig? And these girls are
Mhm.
monsters. They've been
Yeah.
doing it for a long time. Just like your hands is bad. You
Mhm.
understand? Their hands and feet and ground game is bad. What you got? Anyway,
Yeah.
champ.
They. Yeah. Well, I got a lady who's been in the game forever. I really thank you for your time, Miss Shield, Miss
Thank you.
Gibbs. You
Thank you.
are
Cheetah.
a legend. You are a master.
Thank you.
I mean, there's they should they should do a movie about you. I
Coming
mean,
soon.
it's about time. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
That's great. I'll be the first one to watch it. So I
Thank you.
appreciate your time and I
Thank you,
thank you.
George. I
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it,
Love
man.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a good one.
Yeah. It's just
We'll talk soon, champ. Okay. Hey,
You
send me
too.
a link to
Thank you.
this. Okay. Bye
All
now.
right. You too. All right. I got you. Thank you. So I like everybody for coming by and listen. Real serious advice. As you know, if you sit there like Bill, Dennis Espinoza, we've been saying that Carissa Shield needs a couple years before she thinks about she should have signed a contract with PFL. She should at least sit out a 4 years before she actually considers um, doing MMA. You work with somebody. Don't work with the Winkle John Jim. Get away from them. Be like Valentina. Be a opponent. Travel from different gyms. Work with different trainers and different style. That's better for you than just